educational resources. Last year, we provided $2.2 million in goods and services, plus 57,000 warm meals. If you or anyone you know needs a warm evening meal, you can find us at Harambe Kitchen 5 nights a week on the northeast side of Milwaukee in the basement of All People's Church. And at Crossroads Kitchen on the south side of Milwaukee 6 nights a week on 9th and Madison. As always, we're grateful for community members and volunteers who help us help you. To learn more, visit svdpmilw.org.
Summer always starts with good intentions.
Kids home from school, weekend trips, more time outside.
But somehow the house is in complete chaos by June.
That's why summer is the perfect time to get organized with Inspired Closets.
We create custom solutions for garages, pantries, laundry rooms, and more so your home works better for real life.
And when everything has a place, summer feels a whole lot less stressful.
Visit us today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
Turnover. It's costly, it's frustrating, it's a silent profit killer. Vince Vitrano here for Go Trago Assessment Solutions. Go Trago helps you hire the right people the first time, reducing turnover, cutting hiring costs, and improving sales. Trago TPS predictive assessments identify top performers before they're on your payroll. Auto dealers nationwide are using Trago to operate with turnover rates more than 200% lower than the industry average. Visit GoTrago.com.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now live from the Bank 5-9 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair. Here's your host, Sandy Max.
Well, hello there. Happy Friday. How are you? It's one of those weeks that because we were here at the Wisconsin State Fair every single day, it was a busy week. It was a long week, but it was a short week. I can't believe it's already Friday, and it's the last weekend of the Wisconsin State Fair. 11 days, and it flies by, and they're so much fun to have, and you'll never really have the same experience twice. It's choose your own adventure, so if you're thinking about it, tonight, a beautiful night. The humidity is way down. It's really nice. And there are lots of smiling people walking around. And they've got, some of them have beverages in their hands. Some of them got a funnel cake in their hand. It's just a nice time to socialize and enjoy this summer night at the Wisconsin State Fair. I'm so glad you're with me on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. We have a bonus half hour together before our Milwaukee Brewers baseball coverage starts at 8:35 because they're in Los Angeles, and hopefully another victory over the Dodgers. And on this show this evening till 8:35, it is the final Friday of the 175th Wisconsin State Fair and the last weekend. So very glad to be here to celebrate the people, the places, the music, even these sometimes weird things that you can get here at the Wisconsin State Fair, like bug-encrusted cheesecake on a stick. If that is your jam, you can try that here. But really makes our state fair unmistakably Wisconsin when you can have cream puffs and all the good stuff. And the Friday fun, figured it's kind of a party night as we get into the weekend. My question for you on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. It's a silly one. The fair made me do it. Maybe you ate something that you would never, ever get anywhere else. Maybe you got on a ride that you never thought you'd get on and you squealed every single second of that ride. Maybe you bought something that you didn't need that you would never really buy anywhere else. Or maybe it's a fun one. Maybe it's something sweeter than that. Maybe it's a tradition that you now come back for every year. But the fair made me do it. Call me, text me, 855-616-1620 with your story. I'll tell you what I did. I gave my guy some grace. You know when you go to the Expo Center, and it's all up and down, and all the demonstrations. You can buy all these things. And my man is the chef of the house. So if it's a gadget or a trinket or, good spatula, whatever it is, like, I trust him. He's going to get what he wants to create with. So we have one of those, nut choppers. We have bap it and, chops up the nuts real fine. Well, there was this, and we still have it. They were selling, it was a while back, but anyway, they were selling this, it's a circular thing, and you have a crank on top, so it's this spiral cutters, but it's really good for making guacamole. It's good for, like, making a good like a tomato kind of, what do you call it, prosciutto kind of thing if you wanted to put, not prosciutto, bruschetta, if you wanted to dice up your tomatoes. So it's this circular thing with these two blades on it. And the guy who was selling them was doing a, ha-cha-cha and showing it on the demonstration table and getting everybody's attention. And there's a group around there. And there's this really, really attractive woman, like Sofia Vergara, good-looking woman. And the guy says to her, okay, ma'am, I'll get you 1 for 20, 2 for 30. Do you want it? And this beautiful woman turns around to my man and says, I'm buying this. Do you want the second one? He just gives her the goof eyes. Yes. So the good news is he got the spiral spinny thing that chops stuff up, and he still uses it at a bargain. The bad news was like he got all doe-eyed at this really hot mom, and I was like, but you know what? I'm like, hey, you got a bargain, and you're not strolling around the fair with her. But it was just one of those like in the moment moments where that's where the high pressure sales like gets to you. It's like you got to get it now. You got to get it now if you want to get in on the deal. So I would say that the fair made me be a little less jealous and a little gentler for a good deal in that situation in the Expo Center. So what did the fair make you do? 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited at WTMJ talk and text line. If you want to call and tell me a story, if you want to type one out with your thumbs, I am here for it, because the Wisconsin State Fair is a great place to make all kinds of memories. And if you're coming out this final weekend, I have been doing some homework for you. So I have Sandy's State Fair picks, so I'll help you with that. And also, I find the food finder on the Wisconsin State Fair website is very helpful, so I can definitely recommend that. And I can still recommend some intriguing things that you can still shop for. And thanks to Debbie Lazaga, we will find out how to read a cow. And we're also going to turn back the clock. This is the 175th Wisconsin State Fair, and there is a ton of history, because that means it's been going on since 1851, before the Civil War, which is wild to think about, and just a few years after Milwaukee became a city, or the state became a state. And so Tom Zimmerman is the Wisconsin State Fair archivist who's been carrying on the tradition of his dad, Jerry Zimmerman. I've got John Yingling standing right outside here, longtime part of the Wisconsin State Fair. And John and I in the green room here at WTMJ were just talking about these nuggets of history. And so you got to take the history trivia quiz to see if you can get your grand champion ribbon. That is in the history building. But Tom Zimmerman was my guest just a couple days ago and shared so many remarkable stories of things that have changed here at the Wisconsin State Fair, and even an amusing anecdote about one of the rides in 1923 that involved a donkey that was at the Midway. So just some really fun fair history. So we will share that with you at 7 o'clock. And Milwaukee music favorite Pat McCurdy takes us back to when he was a teenager, performing right here at the Wisconsin State Fair in the Kids from Wisconsin group. The group that tours, it's teenagers of musicians and singers and dancers and performers, and they tour all around the state, getting great experience performing and learning their craft and building that confidence. And Pat McCurdy was playing guitar for 3 years with Kids from Wisconsin as a teenager, and his State Fair show on Sunday is one of his favorite performances of the entire summer. So he's going to share some of those stories at 7:35, and at 8:05, you've seen these four-legged friends. They are helping keep us safe. The mounted police and their horses. I feel like everybody, when they leave and they're there at the gates, almost everybody, you see somebody petting the nose of one of those working horses. So we're going to talk with Mounted Patrol Sergeant Dan Nicholas to hear about the horses and the stories about this state fair tradition. We've had mounted horses for safety since 1968. So plenty to help you make the most of these final fair days on this episode of What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ. And tonight, it is 6:14 right now. You still have time to get here to see the incredible spectacle that is Lindsay Sterling and her electric violin and choreography. Ooh. And Debbie Lazaga and her husband have their tickets. They are going to enjoy this show, and she's just really an impressive performer. I got the opportunity to talk with her on What's on Tap, and you can see that if you text the word violin, actually. Text violin to 855-616-1620. Text violin to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, and you'll get the YouTube link, and you can see her You can see some of her violins, and she was talking about what it's like to be harnessed up and how much she feels it's empowering to fly around the stage with one of the other aerial dancers while she's singing and storytelling and doing her costume changes. So it really should be a fun show tonight. That's one of those, if you've been thinking about it, this is a beautiful summer night for an outdoor show, and Lindsey Sterling, I think, will put on a show that you will remember. And let's see what you got for your The Fair Made Me Do It on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Share your memories and your stories of some of your unusual experiences at the fair that maybe you wouldn't do anywhere else. And if you have a summertime sweet tooth, you're going to like today's official National Day. And guess what? You can enjoy this flavor of this National Day right here at the Wisconsin State Fair. Stay with me here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Welcome back to Ask Hassleus.
Are your employee-free Hassleus showrooms some kind of big viral prank?
We simply let you try our selection of Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and more without commission-crazy salespeople breathing down your neck.
Sure you do.
And through Monday, get a free adjustable base with the purchase of a select Sealy Posturepedic or Beauty Rest mattress, plus free next-day delivery.
So shopping at Hassleus won't make me TikTok famous?
Absolutely not.
Darn.
Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassleus.com.
Take your family to the amazing Mineshaft restaurant in Hartford for the all-you-can-eat Wednesday and Friday haddock fish fry for $8.99. Wow. You'll pay twice that elsewhere. Desserts or buy one, get one free. Google the Mineshaft. Call and reserve your table, the Mineshaft.
Pickleball is America's fastest growing sport, and those courts aren't going to build themselves. Good thing PLM Paving and Concrete has been building courts long before pickleball was cool. For 60 years, PLM has been Wisconsin's trusted paving partner. Did you know for the last 15 years they've been building tennis, basketball, and pickleball courts too? Now that expertise has an official name, America's Sports Construction. Thinking about adding or resurfacing a court or have any pavement maintenance needs? Don't wait. Wisconsin's construction season is running out. Visit plmpaving.com/sports.
When you're at the State Fair, be sure to check out the Big 5-9 main stage, featuring amazing acts like Nelly, For King and Country, Winona Judd, Melissa Etheridge, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Big 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Big 5-9 at the Wisconsin State Fair between August 6th and August 16th. Member FDIC.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
Broadcasting live from the Bank 5-9 studio here at the Wisconsin State Fair on this Friday evening. It is absolutely beautiful. I could tell it was... I grew up in the South, and I could tell it was humid the past few days, and this is really refreshing. It's a beautiful summer night here. That being said, people watching here is great. There's a man who is walking by the WTMJ studio who has one of those really fluffy raccoon caps that has a full-on tail. That might even be a fox hat. So, if for no other reason, there's lots of live music on a lot of free stages. There's also a lot of people strutting their stuff in their fair pride. So come people watch, come just and squeeze out the best evenings of summertime. This is one of those wonderful Friday nights. And enjoy all the flavors. If you've heard people talking about the Sporkies and the Drinkies, the award-winning unique flavor combinations that people are enjoying here. Also just a good old corn dog or a funnel cake or those spiral cut fries at the Polish spot called Cracovia, and their spiral cut fries are like potato chips but all in one big plate while you listen to polka music. So much to enjoy here at the Wisconsin State Fair. And on this day, it's a day where we celebrate the delicious combination of citrus and cream. Orange and vanilla together. It's National Creamsicle Day. And if that is your jam, because that's one of those flavors that I really feel like it is summertime. You don't really think of creamsicles like at Thanksgiving, but that creamy meets citrus combination is quite refreshing. And orange was the original, but there you can find strawberry, you can find blueberry and grape kind of creamsicle. And this is the fun history. It traces back to a guy named Frank Epperson. He started experimenting with frozen juice treats in 1905 when he was just 11 years old. So you got a kid making these tasty combinations. This is my favorite part of this history, though, is it wasn't called a creamsicle then. It was called the Epsicle. because he was Frank Epperson, but eventually led to the Popsicle and to the Creamsicle. And Creamsicle really is actually a brand name, but, it's kind of like Kleenex. It became so familiar. That is the word we use to describe this orange and vanilla flavor combination. So on an August day, Creamsicle sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Well, here at the Wisconsin State Fair, they've got a great feature on the wistatefair.com website. It's the food finder, truly. It's just got a field, and you can just type something in there, and you can see if you like pickles. You just type in pickle. You'll see all of these different entries for pickled flavored beverages, pickle pizza, all sorts of pickle stuff. So what did I do? I did the research for you. I typed in Creamsicle. I found two really tasty sounding drinks. First of all, the cute name. If you're a Creamsicle fan, at the Goonies Fish and Beer Shack, you'll find Orange You the Sweetest. That's the name of this drink. It's a sweet fizzy orange soda with a splash of liquid sweet cream and a spoonful of popping boba bubbles. So you get those the sensation when you're sipping it through that straw. And it's not just any old straw. It is a blue twisty straw. Fun for all ages, non-alcoholic, the Orange You the Sweetest drink at the Goonies Fish and Beer Shack. You can also get orange creamsicle lemonade. I thought that was interesting, maybe a little tartness there. And it's lemonade with candied orange and French vanilla syrup. You can find that at the Badger Bites. And again, you don't have to remember me telling you this. You can check out the food finder yourself at wistatefair.com. Highly recommend, because like I said, you just type that in and you can figure out what wonderful flavors tickle you the most. Maybe you're just want to eat everything that has cheese in it. That'll be a longer list than Creamsicle, but whatever flavors you like, you can find. And Wisconsin State Fair, tomorrow and Sunday, our last weekend. I've got some ideas for you how to make the most of this weekend. So stay with me for my picks for this weekend State Fair. Next on What's on Tap.
If you're in charge of uniforms and equipment, you want to get the most value for your team's budget. You want the most for your money, and you want the process to be easy. Because you already have enough on your plate. We get it. Burghardt Sporting Goods Team Outfitting Division is the best you'll find. With an abnormally high customer satisfaction rate and our own silk screening and embroidery facility for quality control. So if you want the highest quality team outfitting and incredible service, you can't beat Burghardt.
Hey there, I'm Sandy Max at WTMJ. If you're having fun at the fair, another place you can have fun. Mark your calendar for another great day. September 19th, it's a Saturday for Three Pillars Fest. Saturday, September 19th, 11 to 3 at Three Pillars' beautiful Lake Country campus in Dousman. And you've heard me talk about what a great space it is. It's a great space to also enjoy live music, carnival games, bounce inflatables. They've got a classic car show, also a petting zoo, rock climbing, a craft fair, a fishing contest, and one of the highlights, their legendary rubber duck race down the Bark River. Of course, food and drinks. The Three Pillars Fest, free, open to the public. Experience the fun, the warmth, the community that really makes Three Pillars such a special place to call home. threepillars.org/giving/events to get all the info on Three Pillars Fest, Saturday, September 19th.
See Europe from a completely new perspective with Fox World Travel and Avalon Waterways. Cruising down legendary rivers like the Danube or the Rhine, your luxury boutique hotel travels with you. Relax in award-winning panorama suites featuring wall-to-wall windows, enjoy premium local wine and dining, and step off directly into the heart of historic castles and villages. Your next incredible river cruise awaits. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com today.
He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed, but we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys had been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. We did the math. When you buy bagged mulch from the big guys, you pay $50 a yard. Why pay more for inferior mulch? When you buy from Erickson's, you'll get premium mulch for almost half the cost. And you'll see that even our economy mulch is better, for less than half the cost of bag mulch. And either choice is made with premium colorant that lasts longer. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 18th.
Cheerio! Sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battled the Seattle Mariners.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 18th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
Welcome back to the Wisconsin State Fair. I am Sandy Max, broadcasting live from the Bank 5-9 studio, having fun on a Friday. Lots of people walking around smiling. Oh, I wonder what you have in your hand. Oh, nothing, not much left. Somebody just plowed right through like a handful of maybe Wisconsin cheese curds. It looks good. People smiling when you're filling your belly full of fun fair food, and lots of foods that you can't eat anywhere else. So I feel like that's part of the appeal, because maybe you're good with your diet and eating mindfully all year long, but then you come here and just can really just dig into a funnel cake or some other fun food concoction. And my fun question for you on this Friday: the fair made me do it. What did you do at the Wisconsin State Fair that you probably wouldn't do anywhere else? I shared a story of mine earlier. I'm looking for yours. What memories did you make of the Wisconsin State Fair? Maybe you got on a ride that you would have never thought you'd get on, but you got on because it was a fun thing to do with your uncle or your niece or something fun like that. Share your memories, or maybe you bought something that you thought you'd never buy, but you're really glad you did. The Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. 855-616-1620. The fair made me do it. And producer Isaac Marquardt back at the WTMJ studio at 3rd Street Market Hall, pushing the buttons, keeping us on time. Isaac, have you ever done something at the Wisconsin State Fair where you're like, I'm glad I did it, or maybe I'm not glad I did it, but it's just something that I do at the fair?
I personally have not had too many crazy experiences like that at the fair, but I do have a friend who has gone semi-viral because every year at the fair for the last 4 or 5 years, she's done videos where she reviews all of the foods at the state fair that involve bugs, where you can eat bugs of some sort.
There's a lot of that.
There are a lot of them, and there's more and more every year.
Now, when she eats these bug meals, Isaac, does she tend to enjoy them? Is this like a protein crunchy thing that she likes to do?
It depends on the food. As far as I know, she doesn't really eat bugs outside of the fair. But
see?
It's more of a, this is kind of creepy and unique. Let's see what this is like.
And so on the food finder at wistatefair.com, I'm telling you, this is very handy. If this sounds good to you, or if you just want to have this in your pocket in case you want to wager somebody while you're here, say lose a bet, hey, then you have to eat this is what I found when I just typed in bugs on the food finder, Isaac. Bugged out frozen cheesecake on a stick, which I was aware of. But then there's also at All Things Jerky, which is the place to go for your creepy crawly culinary concoctions. There are edible bugs and insects like crickets, worms, ants, scorpions, and more in a box. And it says Larvette's Original Worm Snacks, SNAX. I will not be enjoying that. I think that, but I have to think, Isaac, that your friend probably gets a lot of video views with her insect experiments.
She does. She's gone semi-viral for it a couple times. I think partially because people just can't believe that they're doing all these culinary innovations with bugs at the state fair.
And they'd rather watch somebody else eat it than do it themselves.
I guess so. She's had great things to say about the bug cheesecake, though.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's cheesecake on a stick, right? You can't really go too wrong with that.
Yeah, but when you look at the picture, and it is a lot of, I would call them like mealworms. It's a creepy crawly dessert. It says creamy cheesecake with a center of caramel and ants, dipped in chocolate, then loaded with crunchy crickets and worms, frozen for the ultimate bite. So, it's weird, wild, and wickedly delicious. I'm going to take their word for it.
It's the only spot where you want a cheesecake center with ants.
Exactly. But so if you're like, okay, enough with the creepy food, I like to do other things. The good news tomorrow is Cream Puff Lovin'. It's a full celebration here at the Wisconsin State Fair from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And there's even a Cream Puff eating contest for fairgoers, because they do a celebrity one every year, but that's no fun. I bet you could throw some down. Put your face down in there, because I think that's the caveat is it's how many you can eat without touching them. But the other tip, if you really do love cream puffs and you haven't had your fix yet, every day UW Credit Union gives the first 100 fairgoers in line at the Dairy Building a free original cream puff every morning at the State Fair. So that means tomorrow morning and Sunday morning, get here at 10 o'clock and head right to the Dairy Building. You could score a free cream puff. And other picks for tomorrow. Tomorrow is where the farmers get fancy. The Cow Prom is Saturday, 5:15 in the Coliseum. And this is where the handlers and the exhibitors, they'll be in tuxedos and long gowns, trotting their all breeds of cow all around the Coliseum to show it. It's I don't know if there's a cow corsage involved in that, but what a fun pageantry and celebration of agriculture in the Coliseum for the Cow Prom tomorrow. And if you've got your green thumb, we were talking about this yesterday, at the Grand Champion Hall stage, a floral demonstration in the afternoon, a bonsai tree demonstration, also an orchid demonstration, and Melinda Myers is at the We Energies Energy Park Saturday and Sunday, giving you those tips to make the most of your garden. The Canine Sports Arena, another place to take a little sit under a tent and watch the dogs with their agility. You'll see canine police dog demonstrations as well, and dock diving, and the stunt dogs tomorrow. So there's a lot to enjoy. Also, the milking parlor. You can see goats getting milked and cows. And I'm entertained by the listing that tomorrow at 1 o'clock, bilingual cow milking demonstration. Quite sure it's not the cow speaking two languages. Quite sure it's a multilingual farmer telling you the ins and outs of cow milking. So check out wistatefair.com for the fun to plan your own adventure. And speaking of cows, Debbie Lazaga from WTMJ, she's going to teach us how to read a cow. That's next on What's on Tap.
I'm with Eric, Director of Research for Good Karma Brands. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Eric, what does partner mean to you?
Partner isn't just out for them. The partner cares about how we solve our problems, and it can be a mutually beneficial relationship from there on.
And I understand throughout the more than 15-year partnership between Good Karma Brands and James Imaging Systems, you have shared many core values.
Absolutely. Work hard, be honest, over-deliver, follow through, listen, teamwork.
Eric, summarize your overall business technology partnership with James Imaging Systems for me.
Outstanding. As we've grown tremendously and you guys have still been able to meet our needs each step of our growth, that's huge.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Dad, who could say no to free pizza? Well, James, no one. Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. After 15 Marty's Pizzas, your next one's free. Oh, those are always red letter days. And for a lot of our customers, that number comes up quickly. Marty's Pizza in Delafield, standing the test of time since 1957. And folks, in the pizza biz, the older you are, the better you are. Just log on to marty'spizzadelafield.com for easy online ordering. And after 15 Marty's Pizzas, your next one's free.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
Don't miss out on the Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. Our entire showroom of heirloom quality furniture is on sale. Enjoy factory discounts on exceptional brands like Norwalk, Bradington Young, Hooker, and our Amish dining and bedroom collections. Create a sofa, chair, sectional, or recliner as unique as you are with our thousands of customizable upholstery options. For unbeatable savings on better quality furniture, shop the Labor Day sale now at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown. Do you love the simplicity and enduring quality of Scandinavian design? Then the Fjords Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture is for you. Fjords brings the best of modern Norwegian furniture design to your home. Save today on these ergonomic recliners, sofas, and sleeper sofas engineered with comfort and durability in mind. Available in a variety of shapes, sizes, leathers, and finishes to match any decor. Stop in today and save during our Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. I am Sandy Max, broadcasting live from the Bank 5-9 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair. We are right next to the Guest Services Pavilion and right here on the Grand Central Mall across from the Dairy Building. Nice folks stopping by, hanging out, giving us a wave. Thank you for stopping by and for listening. And thank you for listening as well. And I was talking about things that you can do tomorrow here at the Wisconsin State Fair. One of them is the Cow Prom, which is just two words you don't always think of together, but it's a really fancy and fun formal event at the Coliseum tomorrow where the young handlers and exhibitors are going to be dressed to the nines in tuxedos and gowns as they strut their stuff and walk their cattle breeds around the Coliseum. And we're talking about cows. Our very curious Debbie Lazaga, who loves all things animals. She has been hanging around the barns, enjoying the horses, but she got up close to learn more about the livestock and how to read a cow.
Spend a few minutes around the cattle barns at the Wisconsin State Fair and you start to notice things. Some cows are stretched out, some are chewing, some are just watching everybody walk by. Veterinarian Glaucio Lopez with Merck Animal Health says those little behaviors can tell you quite a bit about how an animal's actually doing.
So if you see that animal that is comfortable, is an animal that is, laying down, and chewing their cud. If you see that movement in their mouth going back and forth, it means that they're ruminating.
So a cow lying there calmly chewing away? That's a good thing. Lopez says dairy cows are still doing plenty while they're lying down, turning feed into energy and milk. And for fairgoers, that gives you something simple to watch for. A relaxed cow, a steady chew, an animal that doesn't seem bothered by everything happening around her. And farmers are watching those patterns all the time. Only now, some of them have a little electronic help.
Just like we do have our smartwatches and, Fitbits that track our activity, these devices also track what is relevant for the animals.
Depending on the system, the monitor may be worn on the neck or on the ear. It can track activity, movement, and rumination, also known as chewing her cud. And sometimes the useful part isn't what the cow is doing, it's what she's suddenly not doing. Heather Roy is with Roy Farms in Fort Atkinson.
We find it most valuable in the fall because we have a crop farm as well, so we're not home as much, and so it's real easy to tell, well, this one isn't moving as much, so we need to take a look at her or go back home and check on her. So it has been a great tool.
That kind of change may not mean a cow is sick, but Lopez says it can be enough to tell a farmer this one deserves a closer look. He points to research where animals later diagnosed with illness showed changes in behavior before people could even see the obvious symptoms.
Animals that were later diagnosed with a disease showed that behavior changed sometimes 3 days in advance.
For Roy, that information is another set of eyes when nobody happens to be standing in the pasture. Her system also watches activity for another reason. Roy Farms doesn't keep a bull with the herd. They use artificial insemination, so timing matters.
It helps us catch those tough heats, especially in these hot summer months when we can't tell heat. They'll tell it during the night, and so we'll tell their activity, how much they're walking, and be able to get a more accurate heat so we can breed them on time.
And that gets to what Lopez says the technology is really for. Not replacing the person who knows the animals, but helping that person figure out where to look first.
It's not replacing you at all. It's actually helping you to really focus on the animals that need help and get your work more effectively and more efficiently.
So when you walk through the barns at State Fair, there's more going on than just the ribbons and the show ring. Farmers are watching how much an animal moves, whether she's eating, whether she's chewing her cud, and somewhere in the background, a collar or ear tag may be watching too. Debbie Loziga, WTMJ News.
Debbie Loziga helping us enjoy the farming aspect of the Wisconsin State Fair even more, because tell you, I'm a city gal, so I'm always learning the different behaviors and what the right things to do are around the animals, always respectful of not just the animals themselves, but man, the teams of teens and people, farmers of all ages who are taking care of all these animals. And later on What's on Tap, just after 8 o'clock, you will meet a mounted police sergeant, Dan Nicholas. He is going to talk about what it's like riding the horses, the police horses, on every single day of the Wisconsin State Fair, and how those relationships are, because all of the mounted police officers, those are their horses. Like, it's like your partner when you're surveying the land and walking through. So we're going to hear from that side of the animals here at the Wisconsin State Fair. And next, if you love to shop, I have a few things to share with you that are new here at the Wisconsin State Fair, plus some more picks on how to make the most of your Wisconsin State Fair this last weekend. I'm Sandy Max. Keep it here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Pickleball is America's fastest growing sport, and those courts aren't going to build themselves. Good thing PLM Paving and Concrete has been building courts long before pickleball was cool. For 60 years, PLM has been Wisconsin's trusted paving partner. Did you know for the last 15 years they've been building tennis, basketball, and pickleball courts too? Now that expertise has an official name, America's Sports Construction. Thinking about adding or resurfacing a court or have any pavement maintenance needs? Don't wait. Wisconsin's construction season is running out. Visit plmpaving.com/sports.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you've played the rest. Now play the best.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with a new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors rank first among all home improvement projects. To see Geis's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at geisdoors.com. Geis has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geis at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geis. Visit them online at geisdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I'm Sandy Max, broadcasting live for the Bank 5-9 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair. August is here. It will fly by before we know it. This is one of those nights where you just want to hold on to summer. It's a beautiful evening and not so humid, a light breeze. I love watching the flags flap around here. We're at this end of the Central Mall area, right across from the Dairy Building. But there are 3 concessions. Oh, there's more than that. There's 4 or 5 concession stands that just you could start seeing the lights because the sun's starting to go down. But the wind flaps these flags. So the corn dog flags are flapping, and the funnel cake flags are flapping, and those green and yellow lemonade flags are flapping. And what's even cooler, I see an American flag and one of those America 250 flags flapping. So while the lights are starting to flicker and we got the sky glider going. It's just a really wonderful summer night and one of the biggest events that we have here in the state every summer at the Wisconsin State Fair. And Leff's Miller Lite Sports Bar and Grill, they are here every single year. And when you come up off the tunnel entrance, you walk right into them. And I've been doing that every single day and hearing some really great bands performing there. It's right at the 2nd Street and Grandstand Avenue next to the Wisconsin Products Pavilion. And they have music lined up tonight, country music, prime country, Saturday, the Love Monkeys in the afternoon, and Sunday on the last day at Leff's. I love this. At 11 a.m., the Wauwatosa School of Music, and 1:45, the Eddie Butts Band is going to be on the Leff's stage. And it's a lot to enjoy, and that's just the music. You know they're serving up some good food. They've got some sriracha chicken, a smash burger, a strawberry summer salad, and a couple of their drinks are catching my eye. We're just talking about America 250. You can order a patriotic punch it is red, white, and blue. It almost looks like a bomb pop in your cup there. Layers of cherry, sweet cream, and blue raspberry, and garnished with an American flag. It's a lemonade-based drink. And then the other drink that I'll tell you about is making me laugh. A circus peanut spritz. Two-toned orange-colored blast from the past. It does have that circus peanut flavor. So if that is one of your favorites, this could be the unique drink for you. It is banana bread syrup and club soda, added and topped with whimsical whipped cream and circus peanut topping. Yep, it's right there as a garnish. So you can get that at Leff's Light Lounge. And also, speaking of circus, I don't know if you realize there is Cirque at the fair here. It's in this big blue and white tent on the Grandstand Avenue on the south end. And they have new acts this year, a high wire balancing act, a knife throwing act, and it's just phenomenal performances. And Cirque at the fair, absolutely free at noon, 3, and 6 p.m. And another nice space to catch some shade or tuck in out of the rain. But according to Brian Niznansky at TMJ4, tomorrow we'll get some morning rain, but it really should be a nice day on Saturday and I think on Sunday to come and have some fun. And also, if you're a shopper, we have new shopping vendors at the Wisconsin State Fair this year. I'm charmed by you. There are things that you never even thought you would find on sale, and there are some charming things like handmade dog bow ties and some vintage T-shirts. You can shop for a hot tub, but how about shopping for a backyard banger? This is the world's first garden hose kitchen and wet bar, perfect for your backyard, or people have been leaning into gift giving. Callister's Christmas has decorations and personalized ornaments if you want to lean into that. Something called Cowamel, different flavored spreads for your sweet tooth. And for that handy person in your life, maybe a mechanic or a farmer or a locksmith, the Rodman drill. You get a good go-to drill bit. And then in the Central Marketplace, why not smell pretty? The Central Marketplace is right around the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater. There's a ring of vendors as you stroll back there. Zodica Perfumery, which means zodiac-inspired perfumes and scents, if you like to lean into your astrology. And then the Mile Marketplace, which is under the market, under the Grandstand. I do not know what an electric lunchbox is, but I'm going to have to find that before I leave tonight. That's something you can get at the Wisconsin State Fair, an electric lunchbox. Stay with me here because we've been talking about fun things you can do this weekend. Tomorrow, AJR is the headliner on the Bank 5-9 main stage. They have the song you can hear. The song you can hear. The song you need to hear. AJR next on What's on Tap.
Save big on your landscaping project at Menards. Whether you're looking for edgers, pavers, or wall blocks, Menards has the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape block ready to take home today. Build a beautiful border for your landscape with our interlock edgers on sale now through August 16th. Save big on landscape block at Menards. Also, check out our weekly flyer on menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this, and Summit Credit Union's got you.
You've probably gotten really good at working around your nonstop joint pain. That's what multitasking women like you do, right? When your knees and hips scream, you shift your weight when you're standing too long. Skip workouts on really bad days when your shoulder's stiff. There's no way you're kneeling down. You might not get back up. Hey, it's WTMJ Steve Scaffidi. Maybe your doctor has told you it's pain from arthritis. You're going to need surgery. Before you make that decision, get a second opinion from Dr. Ashley Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, because there's no undo button from surgery, especially a replacement. QC Kinetics Dr. Caravelli works with busy women just like you to keep you going while the regenerative treatments go to work, relieving that knee pain. No scalp and long recovery, just your body's natural healing process that may help some patients totally avoid surgery. That's exactly why women like you have turned to QC Kinetics here in Greenfield and Mequon. They continue to get better when life goes on. The consultation and conversation to explore your options, that's free, courtesy of QC Kinetics. So call and schedule today, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559, QC Kinetics.
You might not think of Burkhart for corporate uniforms and other business apparel, but you should, because a lot of businesses do. And it's because most times we're cheaper than our competition on the same high-quality apparel choices that the other guys offer, plus Nike and Under Armour that the other guys can't get. So for businesses and corporations, if you want your employees to look great while representing your brand, and you want to get your apparel for less, you can't beat Burkhart, your business uniform specialists.
You can't beat Burkhart.
Summer's biggest tradition is back. The Wisconsin State Fair returns August 6th through the 16th with 11 days of family fun. Enjoy legendary cream puffs, can't miss fair foods, live music, thrilling rides in Spin City, amazing animal exhibits, shopping, and entertainment around every corner. Whether you're craving a classic corn dog or this year's newest food creations, there's something for everyone. Get your tickets today and start planning your visit at wistatefair.com. We'll see you at the Wisconsin State Fair.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
Live from the Wisconsin State Fair inside the Bank 5-9 studio, I am Sandy Max with Wisconsin State Fair music. It is the song that helped turn three New York brothers recording music in their apartment living room into international pop stars. AJR, which stands for Adam, Jack, and Ryan, the first names of the brothers who formed the band. Their last name is Met, M-E-T. I guess they couldn't call themselves the Mets. That would be confusing, right? Especially from New York. AJR is performing tomorrow night. They are headlining the Wisconsin State Fair Bank 5-9 main stage tomorrow night, and their song Weak became a big hit for them in 2017 and eventually went multi-platinum. That's a big deal. But the song has this human message. Like, sometimes we give in, and that's okay. What's wrong with that? So tomorrow night, AJR bringing their big live show to the Bank 5-9 main stage at the Wisconsin State Fair. It's their first time performing here at the fair. And turn it up now to get you in the mood for AJR. Weak is the song you need to hear on What's on Tap.
No, thank you is what I should have said. I should be in bed, but temptations of trouble on my tongue, trouble's yet to come.
One sip,
bad for me.
One hit,
bad for me.
One kiss,
bad for me. But I give in so easily, and no thank you is how it should have gone. I should stay strong, but I'm weak, and what's wrong? Thank you. They call me after dark. I don't want no part. My habits, they hold me like a grudge. I promise I won't budge.
One sip,
bad for me.
One hit,
bad for me.
One kiss,
bad for me. But I give in so easily, and no thank you is how it should have gone. I should stay strong, but I'm weak, and what's wrong with that? Boy, oh boy, I love it when I fall for that. I'm weak. that. Wake up, we fall again. We fall for that. Can't wait to fall again.
One sip,
Bad for me,
one hit,
bad for me,
one kiss.
bad for me. But I give in so easily. And no thank you is how it should have gone. I should stay strong, but I'm weak. And what's wrong with that? Boy, oh boy, I love it when I fall for that. I'm weak. And what's wrong with that? Boy, oh boy, I love it when I fall for that. I'm weak. But I'm weak. And what's wrong with that? Boy, oh boy, I love it when I fall for that.
That is AJR Week, a song that you could see them perform right here at the Wisconsin State Fair outside on a summer night. They are headlining the Bank 5-9 main stage tomorrow night. And remember that when you get your concert ticket, it includes admission here to the Wisconsin State Fair, where you can stroll around, make the most of your entire day, and then enjoy AJR in concert. That showtime starts at 7:30, and it is fun when music takes you back to like a moment in time. Producer Isaac Marquardt, who's back at the 3rd Street Market Hall studio while I am here in the Bank 5-9 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair, he immediately went, this is a song I heard a lot, my very first job in radio. I love how music can just take you back to those moments in time that are meaningful. Also performing tomorrow night, if you're like, AJR, I've seen him, and hey, that's great. What else is playing? Tomorrow night, for you Swifties, Let's Sing Taylor, an unofficial live tribute show. That's the headliner on the Bank 5-9 amphitheater stage tomorrow. Absolutely free. I think that is going to be big fun, and I would hope that we'll see Taylor Swift fans from all the different eras being represented, not only on stage, but also in the audience. Taylor Swift, what a phenomenon, continues to bring people together. That sounds like a fun way to spend a Saturday night. You've also got a lot of live music throughout the day. I also recommend getting here earlier in the day, 11:30 on Saturday and Sunday at the Tropics. Start your day with Bobby Way. He was my guest last night. You realize Bobby Way and the Fabulous Wayouts, you might remember seeing him at Rupina's ages ago. He's got a 34-year streak of performing every day at the Wisconsin State Fair. Lots more to come, including Wisconsin State Fair history facts with Tom Zimmerman next on What's on Tap.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Join us for the Milwaukee Night Market this summer on July 22nd, August 19th, September 16th, and October 7th. Located on West Wisconsin Avenue between 2nd Street and Vel R. Phillips Avenue. The Milwaukee Night Market is a free outdoor event showcasing a variety of local vendors, performers, and artists. The Milwaukee Night Market transforms the heart of downtown into an exciting fusion of all the city has to offer for one night only each month this summer and fall. Visit mkenightmarket.com to learn more.
Accident Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wicker, Chief Homebuyer Helper with Wisconsin's own Accident Mortgage. Nicer homes are still getting multiple offers over asking, and there's only one winner per listing. I want to help you be that winner, which is why I just increased the Rock Solid Pre-Approval Guarantee to $10,000. It's all about getting the seller to pick your offer over the others. So AccuNet is now guaranteeing in writing to pay the seller 10,000 American bucks if we can't make good on the terms of your fully verified Rock Solid Pre-Approval. Banks don't do that. We're willing to stand behind our work and stand behind you with a $10,000 guarantee that sellers will definitely notice. Maybe you've been writing offers and losing, which feels terrible, or maybe you're just starting out. Either way, don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval and let someone else end up sleeping in your dream home. Give the seller 10,000 reasons to say yes to your offer with AccuNet's new $10,000 Rock Solid Seller Guarantee. Get started with yours today at accunet.com.
Enjoy the Fox and Hounds restaurant's fabulous all-you-can-eat fish fry. It's one of the best. The magnificent Sunday brunch is also all-you-can-eat. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Call and reserve foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Want to watch all your favorite WTMJ shows? Check out the WTMJ YouTube channel. live streams of all your favorite WTMJ shows, from Wisconsin's morning news to what's on tap. See breaking news as it happens. Get involved with the action in the chat on Brewers Extra Innings, or see all the cool tools on the Fix-It Show. Missed your favorite show? We've got past live streams and interview highlights too. Subscribe to 620 WTMJ.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. The murder trial of the killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was set to begin in just 3 weeks. But in an incredible turn of events today in open court,
Luigi Mangione pleading guilty to stalking the husband and father before opening fire on a sidewalk. On the morning of December 4th, 2024, I shot Mr. Thompson in Manhattan and he died, Mangione said without emotion or contrition. I knew what I was doing was illegal.
ABC's Aaron Katersky. Mangione is also facing state murder charges in New York, his lawyer arguing that amounts to double jeopardy. President Trump has filed his Supreme Court appeal in the ballroom case. Last week, an appeals court panel blocked non-security related construction, saying Congress needed to authorize that first.
The administration's filing takes head-on the idea embraced by an appeals court panel that the president is not the owner of the White House, but merely a tenant. The administration's petition says that would make a judge the president's de facto landlord. 2 lower courts have now ruled against Trump, saying Congress must authorize the ballroom before non-security related construction can continue. The latest order is set to take effect next week unless the justices step in.
ABC's Stephen Portnoy. President Trump speaking on New York's Long Island at the Nassau County Police Academy. He spoke of FBI numbers showing a decrease in violent crime across the nation, called the affordability crisis a hoax, and suggested a solution to Iran squeezing a vital shipping choke point.
And after we finish defeating Iran, which is being very badly defeated, pretty soon I'll be declaring the Hormuz Strait a territory of the United States.
The judge in Alex Murdaugh's South Carolina murder retrial has ordered a change of venue away from where Murdaugh's wife and son were killed, but she didn't say where. You're listening to ABC News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
These days, heading back to school means more than pencils and notebooks. It means laptops, tablets, online accounts, and a lot of personal information moving across the internet. WebRoot Total Protection gives families powerful online defense tools with antivirus, VPN, cloud backup, identity protection, and more, helping keep your digital life secure throughout the school year and beyond. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 60% off today. That's webroot.com/radio for 60% off. Live a better digital life with WebRoot, because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
Residents on Hawaii's Big Island are preparing for Tropical Storm Lala this weekend.
We're talking about rainfall, totals up to 2 feet, and some catastrophic areas because we're looking at dangerous winds, erratic conditions when it comes to that. And of course, that surf that Hawaii is so well known for, we could see waves up to 15 feet. Some of the national parks for Hawaii's volcanoes already closing, and airlines have already warned travelers if they're going to be heading out here, prepare for flight disruptions.
ABC's Melissa Adan on Kailoa Kona. California lawmakers killed a plan that would have allowed grizzly bears to one day return to the state. Assemblymember Buffy Wicks says before intentionally reintroducing grizzly bears, the state must figure out how humans can coexist with predatory wildlife. Cases of the New World screwworm have been reduced from 43 to 3.
The latest attempt at controlling the spread of the screwworm larvae involves putting drones in the air over South Texas.
The drones have the capability of heat sensor.
Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins.
If an animal is actually infested with the larva, they will run a fever and their body temperature will rise.
The drone relays its findings to ranchers and vets who can then check the animal for screwworm. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Authorities in Italy have recovered 3 famous artworks that were stolen earlier this year from a private museum near Parma. The pieces from Renoir, Cézanne, and Matisse are worth millions. Dave Packer, ABC News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
I met him at your sister's wedding.
Yeah, Dad. Who was that guy?
Justin. He's from Virginia. And after our guys dropped off our pizza at the reception, he instantly became our biggest fan. He jokingly said to his wife, Jessica, "We're moving to Wisconsin."
Yeah, they sure don't get the kind of pizza Marty's has been putting out down there.
They sure don't. But folks, you do.
If you consider yourself a pizza aficionado and you haven't tried Marty's yet, get in here.
And get ready for what a lot of people call the very best pizza they've ever had.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
Have you been living with pain and just assuming it's something you have to just live with and accept? Do not. I'm Julia Fellow with WTMJ. If chronic pain is keeping you from enjoying life, I want you to head to Jens Family Chiropractic in Germantown. Jens Family Chiropractic is now offering soft wave tissue regeneration therapy. It's an advanced, non-invasive treatment. It helps your body repair itself naturally. I'm getting that done on my lower back. Soft wave stimulates healing, improves blood flow, and activates your own body's repair cells to target pain at its source. If you're dealing with knee pain, shoulder pain, back pain, do not wait another day. For a limited time, your first soft wave treatment is just $57. This is an incredible opportunity to find out if this breakthrough therapy can help you get back to the things you love, like it did for me. Head to jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's YENTZ familychiropractic.com. Regenerate, recover, live pain-free at jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now live from the Bank 59 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair, here's your host, Sandy Max.
Oh, am I having fun now? Anytime you can get out and about on a beautiful summer night and right here in the thick of it, where the action is and has been for 175 years, broadcasting for the Bank 59 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair. I am Sandy Max. Thank you for joining me for What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. We're going to start right now with a wealth of Wisconsin State Fair knowledge. He is Wisconsin State Fair archivist Tom Zimmerman. Tom, how are you?
Great, and I'm really pleased to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
I couldn't not have you, because as soon as I discovered just how much you know about the Wisconsin State Fair over all the nearly 200 years, not just because of your research, but because of the research that your dad, Jerry Zimmerman, did. Tell us about what project your father started almost, 25 years ago?
Sure. He was born in 1928. He grew up here just 4 blocks away from the State Fair Park, so he was down here all the time. And when it got to be retirement age for him in 1995, he had a moment where he said, there's going to be a day when the fair will continue to be here every year, but I won't. And so the very next year, he started volunteering. And he went to the State Fair and asked them if they wanted any of his own collections that he had gotten, photographs and things that he had gotten from the fair. And they said, we'd love somebody to come in and maybe help us to do that, because they only had some paper boxes that were in the Wisconsin State Fair grandstand. And from there, he worked with some of the early people at that time. Rick Bjorklund was the CEO, and there were some new interns, one of whom was Kathleen O'Leary, who became the CEO. Those were his friends.
And is still involved.
And they had a heart for history. And those folks then all worked together along with Mayor Bell and later some of the other people like Jen Puente, who became the chief marketing officer. All those people wanted to join in, and he got people to donate and share, and now we've got the collection that we've got.
So why did your father, Jerry Zimmerman, think that the Wisconsin State Fair is so important to preserve.
Having grown up with it and around it, he saw how much more it was than just a few days every year. He only missed 2 in his lifetime. He passed away in 2020, having seen 89 Wisconsin State Fairs. He missed 1 because the fair was canceled in 1945, and then 1 because he was serving over in North Africa. Otherwise, he was here from the very first summer his mom brought him in after he was born.
That's what I was just going to say. He had to have started. What month was he born in? How old?
June, and they were here.
He was 2 months old, tiny first-time attendee.
So it was in his DNA, as you would say, and he did so many things around and with the State Fair because, at times the fair park itself had things going on that wasn't just involved with the week of the fair. He could go down to the Grove of Trees and play around Honey Creek, and there was a midway here from 1923 to 1960 where the rides actually were operating from Memorial Day to Labor Day. He would tell me that as he got to be a teen in the early 40s, he was out there 3 balls for a dime, making some extra money.
A great place for kids to socialize. Sure.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I love that you have so many stories to share with us that you have researched, that your father researched, and that you are really in action this year because the 175th Wisconsin State Fair means the fair leaned all the way in. They put you in action. You have created a trivia contest that you can actually get a grand champion, very regal ribbon if you get the questions right.
It's the real deal, the Wisconsin State Fair grand champion ribbon, and anybody can search online for 175 trivia time, so it's easy to find, or scan the QR codes we have here, but get 8 out of 10 questions right, get a grand champion ribbon. And people have been just streaming in. And I say, how many times did you take it? Well, 2 is the best to get to 8 out of 10. And then some have done it 10 times. But they've gotten it. So
and they're learning.
Every time you ask a question, it gives you a factoid back. So it's always fun, whether you're getting them right or not.
And the pride of having that ribbon. And
people do like it.
Burgundy and black and really big, and it has 1851 on it. It's at the History Building.
Yes, and from children to adults alike, they will say, I get to keep it. Everybody likes a ribbon. And that's been part of the Wisconsin State Fair all along. Ribbons were important along with what we called the premiums, the money prizes back in the day. That's what people looked for. Which fair will I bring my cattle to, or my food that I'm going to show? But when you ask people, do you have anything that you kept from the fair, or your family kept over all the years? First thing they'll say, grand champion ribbons.
You know it. He is Tom Z, archivist of the Wisconsin State Fair, with more stories to share with us. More State Fair history with Tom Z next on What's on Tap.
So he said to me, boy, oh boy, do you got the boulders. And I said, you betcha. And he said, do you mind if I cherry pick? And I said, feel free. They're all beautiful and they're all granite. Sparkling pinks, blues, and grays from 4 to 36 inches. And they're all priced right because we buy direct from the source nationwide to give you the look you want. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Well, if you need flagstone for your new natural patio, Erickson's is the place to find it. We have the largest selection and 15 styles to choose from. And for decorative stone, Erickson's is your best choice. Our decorative stone is trucked in from all over the country. We buy straight from the quarry and cut out the middleman to keep your prices nice and low. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Ready to travel with a community of fellow explorers? Check out Fox Group Vacations with Globus. We have incredible expert-led itineraries lined up for 2027. Taste your way through Italy, witness the breathtaking waterfalls and glaciers of Iceland, or relax on the tropical shores of Hawaii. We handle all the logistics, flights, and details so you can just enjoy. Spaces fill fast. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guests, Capital Heating and Cooling and Siding Unlimited. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max. Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
Oh, I'm I'm not here with these fellas. I got a pig in competition over at the Livestock Pavilion, and I am going to win that blue ribbon.
That is a moment from the movie That Thing You Do, the Tom Hanks movie from 1996. And I have Tom Z, Wisconsin State Fair archivist, in the studio with me because this is a 175th Wisconsin State Fair celebration where you can even take a trivia test and get your own Grand Champion blue ribbon all fair long. But Tom, I had to share that with you because it's just a funny part of the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. But then to find out that all the other lines that they say around that, like, oh, I need to go see the stars from Bonanza, and I think Ellie Mae Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies here. It really was the roundup of stars in 1964 at the grandstand, and personalities from the Beverly Hillbillies and Bonanza, and they even had a rodeo and race. So I love that Tom Hanks never shirks on the research and got it right.
Right. And, you know, it also is just one of the most important parts of all of the Wisconsin State Fairs going back is that entertainment. Different for every generation, from the folks of the modernistic ballroom time frame where they were the swing bands, Tommy Dorsey or Glenn Miller, all the way up to our contemporaries. People lock into that and say, I loved that fair because I saw. And whoever it happened to be. I saw Sonny and Cher. I saw the Cowsills. So everybody likes that.
What are some of your memories of entertainers that you saw?
From 68 to 73, they had some free shows there. So if I went and waited in line, they'd open the doors a couple hours ahead of time. You could get front row. And I saw Johnny Carson. I saw Earth,
Johnny
Wind & Fire.
Carson?
I did, from the front row. The Carpenters. The Fifth Dimension, on, and they were free, and you were right up front because they didn't charge, and I was willing to wait. My family would give me extra coats and have me throw them across the seats for them.
Oh, sure. So still saving seats. But I find that fascinating how the entertainment has evolved over the years. Like, definitely a lot of music, whether it's local musicians on the bar stages or on the Big Bang 5-9 main stage, or Peter Noon and Herman's Hermits on the amphitheaters tonight. But to know that there was also television took it very seriously in the 60s to be here.
And some of them graduated. Like, I saw the first edition here in the mall just behind our backs here under a tent, Kenny Rogers in the first edition, but then they went to Woodstock, right? So there you saw people progressing along the way. There was a magic show on TV. Alakazam was Mark Wilson. Well, Mark Wilson came here and he was doing his magic act. That was like a rock star for us because it was somebody we saw on TV. So those kind of things happen along the way.
It's such great memories. You were talking about your father, who was the originator of the archiving of the 150 years of the Wisconsin State Fair. Now, 25 years later, you're holding that baton, but you said that your dad grew up here in West Dallas and came when he was just 2 months old and didn't miss but 2 fairs in his entire lifetime. What's your streak been, Tom?
Not as well, because I lived out of state for my job for a few years. So
that's a fair excuse.
I haven't been to all of them, but since we moved back in 2003, I've hit them all, and I will continue to do that.
How old were you for your very first fair?
I was 3 years old when I was walking on the fairgrounds here because there was a grove of trees. My grandfather would bring me down here sometimes to walk on the weekends, and there's a bridge over there. We'd throw sticks in, watch them go under the bridge and come back out again. They've since covered that, the Honey Creek, which now runs under the Expo Center and the track. But at that time in the 60s and all the way through from when they purchased the farm, that was a beautiful farm, a grove of trees, and people would come to picnic just because they could.
And in the 1960s, you had the appearance of the giant slide in 1968 and the sky glider in 1969. Were both of those well received?
Yes, always. The fair has always been reinventing itself, adding on, improving. That's kind of the signature of it over the years, from 1932 when we had Millie's sausages for the first time, the first permanent one, and then in the 60s, things like that. 68 was the sky glider, of course, the slide, the Pitroff family, which is now run by, I think, Stacy, a daughter. So the family still runs the big slide. And then the next year with the sky glider, 165 columns or chairs for us to ride on, looking over the middle of the fair here, and sometimes over the 5-9 where you'll see whatever band is playing,
right,
or over the buildings and see the shoes drop. You also go over this Lincoln commemorative plaque, which is right behind you and I here on the mall. The fact that Lincoln spoke for the fair.
President Lincoln, yes,
in 1859. And just in front of him to the right is a paver, a rock engraved in the stone there from the State Fair that says, "For our grand champion historian, Jerry Zimmerman," courtesy of the Wisconsin State Fair.
Nice neighbor.
Yes.
Good neighbors to have there. That is incredible. So you mentioned your dad, Jerry, and how long he started coming to the Wisconsin State Fair over almost 90 years. If he could walk through here right now, what do you think he would notice is either missing or has been completely transformed?
I did do that with him. We'd ride the Sky Glider every year, and I'd sit with him, and he would point out. And you could see the Dairy Building, and we see the Grand Champion Hall. They've been here since the 1910. But then he'd say, and over there was where the Midway had this, and that was a modernistic ballroom, and over there, and over there. He could still picture all that. The Whip Ride, whatever it was, he still saw them, and then you could compare and see what was there now. So he had a phenomenal memory for that kind of detail. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, and you shared it with you, and you now get to continue that legacy of his passion for the Wisconsin State Fair and share with all of us these fun facts from over nearly 200 years.
Which is delightful to know we have something like this trivia, 175 items, because we all are invested in it, and it's fun, and that is exactly how we're passing on what Jerry shared with all of us.
So the trivia contest, make sure you participate when you are here in the History Building, because if you scan that QR code and you get 8 out of
10.
8 out of 10 questions right, you get a Grand Champion ribbon. Blue ribbon would be nice, but this is a really fine, stately one.
It's the real deal.
We all want this Grand Champion ribbon. We're live from the Bank 5-9 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair. Keep it here. More stories with Tom Z, archivist from the Wisconsin State Fair on What's on Tap.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. When it's time for a new vehicle, I know where I'm going. Griffin Ford in Waukesha. It's where I always go. It's where I buy my cars. Bought my Ford Explorer. If you've been thinking about a new SUV or truck, now's the time to stop in. Griffin Ford has an incredible selection. 60 2026 Ford Explorers in stock, starting at just $37,790. Need a truck? They've got more than 50 new 2026 Ford F-150 4x4s in stock. Yeah, starting at only $44,775. And here's the best part. With most new vehicle purchases, you'll receive a 2-year, 25,000-mile premium maintenance plan, giving you even more value and peace of mind. With one of the largest Ford inventories in Wisconsin, you don't have to settle. You can find the color, features, and model that's right for you. Stop by Griffin Ford in Waukesha, where I buy my cars, or visit griffinford.com today. Offers end August 31st. See dealer for complete details. It's Griffin Ford.
When you run a team, you want great uniforms, and you know selling spiritware is vital. That's why Burkhart Sporting Goods will create a free custom website for you to sell your families and players the coolest spiritware from Nike and Under Armour, as well as the basics, while helping you fundraise at the same time. We take the hassle out of coordinating your team's apparel and make shopping and buying easy. So when you need awesome spiritwear and uniforms for your organization, you can't beat Burkhart.
You can't beat Burkhart.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I hope you'll join me on Saturdays at 1 o'clock for Experience Wisconsin right here on WTMJ. We check in with cities, communities, groups, events across our great state. We're going to spin you around and give you information on some really cool things to do and introduce you to some really fun people. This week we are joined by Road America's John Everett and Hayward Lake's Mindy Simons. It's going to be a fun show. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1 right here on 620 WTMJ.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. I am Sandy Max, broadcasting from the Bank 59 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair, and my guest is Wisconsin State Fair archivist Tom Zimmerman, son of Jerry Zimmerman. I bet those names sound familiar because your dad, Jerry, literally wrote the book on 150 years of the Wisconsin State Fair then. Now we're at 175 years. The celebration includes your chance to win a Grand Champion ribbon by testing your knowledge. You go to the History Building, scan a QR code, you get your chance to answer questions. And Tom Z, as you say, it's nice when if you don't get an answer right, you at least find out what that fact is.
You'll learn a lot. Every time you answer something, you'll learn something. And 8 out of 10 is just the icing on the cake. You'll enjoy it. Some people have taken it 10 times and won. Some have done it in 2, but everybody says they have a lot of fun.
What a fun aspect to the fair to learn even more about what's been a tradition since 1851, and only 5 times the State Fair hasn't happened, and it's mind-blowing that a couple of those times were during the Civil War.
3 of them in the first 3 wars of the Civil War. And then interesting to me is that 1892 was the first time we were here in West Dallas on the brand new land that we had bought, 160 acres for $850 an acre. But the very next year, 1893, we did not hold it because Chicago had the Columbian Exposition. And the people here said, we don't want to compete with that, and we'll let people go to Chicago. So that one we missed. And then 1945, because the War Department asked us to save on gasoline and rubber. And then lastly, for the COVID year.
But we are back with a bang. It's wonderful.
Roaring.
It's a beautiful summer night, and great time to be here. And here in the Bank 59 studio, we're in this kind of red barn building next to the guest info booth right near the Expo Center. But Tom Z, I got to think that you know a little something about the history of WTMJ being part of the Wisconsin State Fair.
There is a very important tie-in. There was a race car driver named Frank Baraney. He was driving in 1935 on dirt tracks. Back then they called them midget tracks for small cars. And he also graduated and raced in an Indy car. But he reinvented himself in the 1960s as the WTMJ helicopter traffic pilot, one of the first from the middle of 1965 into the 70s. And then to further his fame, when they decided to tear down our grandstand to rebuild it, somebody had to push the button for the demolition of the long-standing, beautiful grandstand, and it was Frank Baraney. He lived to be 100, and he was a big part of the bookends of the Wisconsin State Fair.
That's a great way to put it, the bookends. Yeah, wow. What a journey for that. That's a great story. Tom Z, you are just full of so many interesting stories. Before I let you go, let's roll back to Fun City, to Spin City. Are you still riding rides?
I am not. In fact, I'm a little bit old school. I haven't yet been to the new one since we moved it from the Royal American shows here on this end of the fair park. So I've got 4 grandsons. I might get over them.
And Fun City started in 1923. What's one ride that I could have ridden then in 1923?
The old mill. You were inside, it was in the dark, you were on a water track, and when you came out, everybody stood and looked in and looked at you that was outside because they knew a donkey was going to kick at you and make you flinch. Everybody stood outside to watch it, and that was a pretty favorite ride.
Well, I kind of wish we'd bring that back.
That's a good one.
He is Tom Z, Wisconsin State Fair archivist. Can we see you inside the history booth?
I'm here 3 to 9.
History building?
The
Great.
rest of the time we're here.
Oh,
and the whole team is here all day long. There's other people that work with history, of course, from 9 when we open until the end of the day. But I'm here from 3 to 9. I'd love to talk to you.
Oh, I always say visit Wisconsin State Fair archivist Tom Z in the history building every afternoon and ask your own questions. Thank you so much for such a wonderful visit.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
175 Fair Flashback Trivia Time. That is what you can do online and right here at the Wisconsin State Fair. And I took it earlier today for my first time. I got 7 correct. I just missed it. You need 8 to get that Grand Champion ribbon. So I am now determined. But it really is fun and you do learn. So check it out and lean all the way into the 175th anniversary and history here at the Wisconsin State Fair. And speaking of history, Pat McCurdy, yes, that Wisconsin music icon, he has performed at the Wisconsin State Fair for decades himself, and a lively chat with Pat McCurdy is coming up as he gets ready for his closing afternoon show, 5:30 on the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater. And next, hear how the Wisconsin State Fair and Pat McCurdy's experiences here in his teenage years helped shape him as a performer that we know and love today. So stay with me here. Pat McCurdy next on What's on Tap.
Business owners
and right-hand men and women.
When you make the catering call for your office gathering,
make it Marty's Pizza.
For pizza, pasta, subs, wings, appetizers, and more.
Delivered in our heated oven delivery trucks.
Our catering delivery range has expanded
all the way east into Brookfield.
Just log on to martyspizza.net for easy online ordering.
Or give us a call at 262-646-3327. 262-646-3327.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
Don't miss out on the Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. Our entire showroom of heirloom quality furniture is on sale. Enjoy factory discounts on exceptional brands like Norwalk, Bradington Young, Hooker, and our Amish dining and bedroom collections. Create a sofa, chair, sectional, or recliner as unique as you are with our thousands of customizable upholstery options. For unbeatable savings on better quality furniture, shop the Labor Day sale now at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown. There's no doubt that a better night's sleep makes for better days, and a good quality mattress helps make it happen. When you buy your new Milwaukee mattress from Ken Michaels Furniture, you are assured of a mattress made individually for you out of the finest materials right from our own Milwaukee factory. We make every style, size, and firmness of mattress imaginable, and with our factory direct prices, you will save hundreds of dollars. Milwaukee mattress from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee, where better days come from a great night's sleep.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does, because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
I came here for sex and beer. Sex and beer.
You got it on What's on Tap, the perfect place for sex and beer.
Oh, man. Who wrote that?
5-9 studio, the Wisconsin State Fair. The man in the studio with me is Pat McCurdy. You'll be a legend forever for that song.
I know.
Don't you think?
It'll be on my gravestone. Here lies sex and beer.
And that, I can imagine the parade of people who will continue to visit that headstone for years to come. Yeah. Sort of like a Jim Morrison type grave visit. But you are so much fun, Pat, and I love that you've been part of the Wisconsin State Fair. You were saying hundreds of shows. Do you remember what year was your first State Fair appearance?
I can tell you what my first State Fair appearance was, maybe. Kids from Wisconsin.
You were a performer in Kids from Wisconsin?
I was a guitar player in Kids from Wisconsin.
That is...
For 3 summers.
That's wonderful.
So I was here. Back then, we opened the main stage. So I met the Fifth Dimension. I hung out with Red Skelton.
Oh,
that's a name from the past, listeners. Loggins and Messina. I'm trying to think. We used to open for the headliners on the amphitheater. And Kids in Wisconsin then was 50 or 60 kids. It was a giant group.
So you would have been on the front end of that. It started in 1969.
I was the third year. Third or fourth. And I was there. My brother had been in it. They needed a guitar player who could read music. So I can read music. I'm not a great technical guitar player, but I could play the chords and read the notes. So I was in it for 3 years, and it was a blast. I met Chet Atkins, famous, a legend guitar player.
Yeah. What an interesting experience, because I've always enjoyed that Kids from Wisconsin gives teenagers the real opportunity to perform. And I always think of it as honing your craft and learning some of those skills of traveling around the state to do that. I didn't really put it together that really early on, those types of talent that you would be around opening at the Wisconsin State Fair.
And it was cheesy. And it was like Young America. I had to get my hair cut every time. I'd go there. It's not short enough.
Pre-ponytail, Pat McCurdy.
Yeah, but I always was a rocker, Every time I went, and I made enough money the first year to buy a Stratocaster. That's a Guitar Talk. And the second year, I bought a Fender Twin Reverb amp. That's from saving money from being a kid from Wisconsin. And the guy who ran it was such a professional that I still think of him pacing shows. He could and when something wasn't working, he could wing it on the fly, because like a second or third year, when we'd be in these county fairs, and let's say we weren't going over huge, he'd say, "Pat, get up and sing," and I would do Elvis. Because it was around that time when everyone was rediscovering 50s music. And I would go up and bring the house down, and the kids would be all jitterbugging behind me, and I'd be do a couple Elvis songs. The guy, I learned a lot from being in that.
What was his name?
It was Colonel Azalina, Colonel Mark Azalina. And I owe a lot to him. And I went back years later, and I was a hipster, wearing a vintage bowling shirt with the name Mark on it. And I remember I said, "Hey, Colonel, how you doing?" And he looked down, he said, "Hey, Mark." So he didn't remember me.
More Wisconsin State Fair stories from Wisconsin music legend Pat McCurdy as he prepares for his Sunday performance here at the Wisconsin State Fair, 5:30 on the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater stage. Keep it here with me and Pat McCurdy next on What's on Tap.
We did the math. When you buy bagged mulch from the big guys, you pay $50 a yard. Why pay more for inferior mulch? When you buy from Erickson's, you'll get premium mulch for almost half the cost. And you'll see that even our economy mulch is better, for less than half the cost of bag mulch. And either choice is made with premium colorant that lasts longer. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Do you want the economy mulch or the premium? The only real difference is that the premium mulch has thicker strands, while the economy mulch is finer. But the colorant we use for both is of the highest quality, and that's why the color of our mulch lasts longer. And our mulch comes from trees, not pallets, and we process it all in-house. That's why our prices are so low. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Are you sick and tired of overpriced fish fries? I am. I recommend the fish fry at the Mine Shaft Restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure. The haddock fish fry is all you can eat, $8.99. You'll pay twice that at other restaurants. I love the Mine Shaft fish fry. After a long week, escape from your kitchen with a cold beverage and a delicious all-you-can-eat fish fry. Desserts are buy one, get one free, and a kids menu starts at $3.99. And those kids can safely play in the world-class game room, quietly set away from the dining area while you finish up your meal. Take your family to the Mine Shaft today for the all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry at just $8.99. It's an incredible value. That's a crazy low price. The Saturday breakfast buffet is all you can eat for under $10. The Mine Shaft in downtown Hartford, lots of seating, lots of close parking. Also in Oshkosh near the EAA. Dig into that all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry today. Serving from 10:30. Arrive early, beat the rush. Google the Mine Shaft restaurant and enjoy that fish fry.
Have you seen those Russian floating folk dancers that look like they're gliding on air?
Impressive. They kind of resemble the Brody table at Penny Mustard.
You're right.
And these upholstered caster dining chairs look like they're also gliding on air. Here, I'll show you.
Be careful.
Watch out!
I never was a very good dancer.
The Brody table, paired with 4 caster dining chairs, starting at $64.22 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Visit the city where festivals take over the lakefront, breweries pour late into the night, and every neighborhood brings its own flavor. Milwaukee doesn't just host festivals.
It owns them.
With more than 100 every year, including the world's largest music festival. The lakefront views,
Incredible food and breweries.
live sports,
And nightlife that doesn't quit.
make Milwaukee a city built for unforgettable weekends. Expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org will help you plan every detail of your next visit. Get started today
At visitmilwaukee.org.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
I've got some cheese curds that I'm willing to share. Then I want to ride that giant slide over there. I love the fragrance of the farm in the air. Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin State Fair?
My guest here at the Wisconsin State Fair is the man who wrote that song, a local legend in the Wisconsin music scene, Pat McCurdy. And the Wisconsin State Fair helped teach Pat McCurdy how to become a performer in his teenage years. And decades later, he is still using those lessons to turn a crowd full of strangers into a crowd full of people singing together. And Sunday is your chance to join in the Pat McCurdy Fun, 5:30 on closing day at the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater. And what can we expect at your show?
Well, first of all, it's always one of my favorite shows of the year.
Really?
I have a big three. And one's the Summerfest, of course, and we slayed at Summerfest this year. How many think? 2,500, 3,000 people.
Wow.
All dancing at the end. My second big show every year is the Memorial Union Terrace in Madison.
Yeah.
By the end of the show, the place was a couple thousand people. And this is number three in my trifecta of big summer shows. This is one I look forward to. So you can expect an energized, no stopping, just solid music, maybe 100 songs. I don't know.
I was just going to say, are there songs in particular that maybe you pull out?
Well, I like to do the oldies in the second half now. So the first half is stuff, newer stuff and things I'm working on that I think people will like. And then I just hit them with all the old favorites in the second half. So, and I like the audience participation. I like singing to individual people, which is something I'm known to do.
What do you look for when you want to sing to someone? What draws you to them?
Somebody with their hand up.
A willing participant.
Willing to be sung to.
Someone's going to have fun. You're not going to try and win them over?
No. And the funny thing, speaking of that, I'm the kind of performer, I can see the audience. It's just me. I always see the ones who aren't having a good time. Everyone can be just jumping up and down. I'll look over, and if there's one person
with their arms
crossed and a frown on their face, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get that guy. I'm gonna get him.
Do you really? Because the reason I ask, I got the thrill and honor to talk to Buddy Guy a couple of months ago, and that's exactly what he said. If I see somebody in the audience who's just not into it, who is grumpy, everybody needs some joy, I'm going to work on him. And I say, Buddy, you just haven't found the right note yet. Isn't that amazing?
Buddy and Pat, we are a brethren in that, because I will make a point to keep looking at them. You know, when you're at a show, like especially a Broadway show, you always think the performers, they're kind of looking at me. Right. But they're not, because that's and I'm the same way. I'm trying to reach a big crowd. But I will actually, if somebody's not having a good time, I will look right at them.
But that is
sing a little louder.
That is your gift of connecting with a big group of people and individually, but you bring people together through your music, and you've done this for years now. We were just talking about Peter Noon with Multi-Generations, with his Herman's Hermit shows, but you see that at your shows too, don't you?
Absolutely. And people are bringing their kids. The people who saw me in Madison in the 90s and 2000s, they're bringing their teenage kids now. And
I was Marquette in the 90s. So
now, total example of, I run into so many Marquette people all summer long, and they have the new generation. They're like, my kids love you because they grew up with your CDs in the car.
You have new music.
I just finished an album. I did 20 songs when I put 16 of them on an actual CD. Just a few of them. so you can take it home. And I'm very excited. It's the best work I've ever done. And I am literally 100 years old.
That is not true.
Yeah, but
that is not true.
It is the best work I have ever done. And they're songs that are fun to sing live. They're not the jokey comedy ones necessarily, but it is my finest work.
That is so nice to hear. Pat McCurdy keeps making us smile and is making new music. And if you enjoyed that chat, there's even more. If you text the word PAT, P-A-T, text PAT to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. You text PAT to 855-616-1620. We will text you the YouTube link back where he tells more stories about how excited he was to meet Peter Noon on Tuesday night when he was here, and even more stories about behind the scenes of what it's been like growing up playing music all around Wisconsin as Pat McCurdy, the sing-along song fella. So text the word PAT to 855-616-1620. I think you'll enjoy that full conversation. And next, let's listen to the entire catchy Wisconsin State Fair theme song that he wrote and more music memories from WTMJ fans. I'm Sandy Max. Keep it here on What's on Tap.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason featuring this week's guests, Capital Heating and Cooling and Siding Unlimited. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. Yet at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
If you're in charge of uniforms and equipment, you want to get the most value for your team's budget. You want the most for your money, and you want the process to be easy. Because you already have enough on your plate. We get it. Burkhart Sporting Goods Team Outfitting Division is the best you'll find. With an abnormally high customer satisfaction rate and our own silk screening and embroidery facility for quality control. So if you want the highest quality team outfitting and incredible service,
You can't beat Burkhart.
Keep the comfort in and the weather out with beautiful new windows and doors from Siding Unlimited. For ideas, go to our Siding Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate and honest price guarantee, go to sidingunlimited.com.
Sports parents know the countless hours and dollars spent on practice, games, equipment, training, travel. So when an injury happens, why don't we invest in recovery too? Vince Vitrano for MD Hyperbaric. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy supports the body's natural healing process, whether it's recovering from injury or a concussion. Because it's not just about getting your athlete back on the field, it's about helping them recover for school, work, and life long after the season ends. Learn more at mdhyperbaric.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests.
That's WTMJ.com/contests.
Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at Progressive.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. So happy to be broadcasting live for the Bank 5-9 studio here at the Wisconsin State Fair. It really has been my happy place here every evening, and it's just flown by. You know, you hear it's coming August 6th through the 16th, 11 days. Oh my gosh. And now it's the last Friday night and last weekend, and it is absolutely beautiful Friday night. A light breeze, but not as humid as it has been, and just lots of happy people moseying around and eating their elephant ears and funnel cakes and corn dogs and cream puffs. It's a great space to be in to squeeze out every happy minute of summer. And you just heard Pat McCurdy sharing a selection of his meaningful memories at the Wisconsin State Fair. And if you missed any of it, just text the word PAT to the Siding Unlimited talk and text line 855-616-1620. Text the word PAT to 855-616-1620. I think you'll be charmed by even more of his Wisconsin State Fair memories and stories. And right now, a sample of Pat McCurdy's songwriting. This is Pat's catchy theme song all about the Wisconsin State Fair.
I've got some cheese curds that I'm willing to share. Then I want to ride that giant slide over there. I love the fragrance of the farm in the air. Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin State Fair? Dangling my feet over the sky glider chair. Eating a cream puff, not an eclair. I'm watching people trying hard not to stare. Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin State Fair? Coming through Spin City and then text me and I'll tell you where I am now. Probably drinking beer or eating corn or maybe buying a new sham. Wow! Wow! I'm on the Ferris wheel up in the air. I bought a device that slices apples and pears. I ate too much today, but I do not care. Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin State Fair? If we get separated, I won't worry much, 'cause I can guess where you'll be. Dancing to the Bandit Sass's charcoal grill or even Major Cruise Breeze. I've had a couple beers, but I'm not impaired. I rode the roller coaster, I wasn't scared. So if you've got 11 days to spare, won't you come with me to the Wisconsin State Fair? Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin, the great state of Wisconsin State Fair?
Pat McCurdy, a man that just makes you smile. That is a song written by a man who has been to the Wisconsin State Fair for sure. I just laughed out loud at a couple of those lyrics. He still catches me off guard. What a fun guy. Pat McCurdy, you could see him performing here tomorrow, 5:30. No, not tomorrow. I'm already looking ahead. Tomorrow, Saturday, but Sunday on the closing day of the fair. Raise a glass with Pat McCurdy as he performs live at the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater on that free stage. Showtime starts at 5:30, and he joined me on What's on Tap just a couple of days ago, and you can catch up on that conversation. I've been letting you know on the talk and text line. Text PAT to 855-616-1620. You text PAT to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, and you'll get the YouTube link where he shares he is ready to play nearly 100 songs on stage, maybe medleying some of those, but all songs that you can sing along and have fun with. So Pat McCurdy, 5:30 Sunday at the Wisconsin State Fair. And while that conversation was going on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. You're always welcome to join the conversation. Caroline texted in a memory from the 90s. Caroline had a friend who named his dogs Sex and Beer after Pat McCurdy's song. So now imagine the dogs getting out in the neighborhood, and Caroline says we'd all help look for them, and you know what they had to do. Come here, Sex. Come here, Beer. Where are you? So it was so bad, but so funny. So Caroline, thanks for sharing that memory of your 1990s life and the fun dogs named Sex and Beer. And another fun memory, because I was asking earlier in the show, the fair made me do it. What did you do at the Wisconsin State Fair that you might not do anywhere else? Maybe you bought something funny. Maybe you rode a ride that you normally would never ride. Maybe whatever those fun memories are. And I'm very happy that Meg texted in. She texted in that it was a music memory for her. That she said, only at the Wisconsin State Fair, I went to my very first concert, summer 1983. Her first concert was Loverboy, and she said they were heading into their sophomore year of high school, and I asked her, what else did she remember from that night, and she said that they were so excited to hear this song. Yeah. Mike Reno belting it out. Meg says we were all standing and screaming, of course. So Wisconsin State Fair, a great place to make memories. And if you have fun memories from the Wisconsin State Fair, I am here for it. The Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line is 855-616-1620. Share those fun memories because this is what the Wisconsin State Fair is all about. It's fun, not just watching people stroll and enjoying whatever food or beverage that they've picked up to enjoy outside on a summer night, but it has been really fun from this vantage point at our WTMJ studio because we're right by the guest services information across from the Dairy Building. We get to see a lot of people. It is super fun to watch people see each other for the first time. You see people hugging, you see people, hey, how are you? And they'll tuck over here and start having a conversation. So it really is a great space to reconnect with friends and maybe see people that you haven't seen in a while. So I would say lean into that. It is such a fun spot here at the Wisconsin State Fair. And if you are looking for things to do, you will find them. wistatefair.com. It really has a good website. And some of the other fun things to look forward to tomorrow. You got Pat McCurdy on the Amphitheater Sunday, headlining there. Tomorrow night, for all the Swifties, it's a Taylor Swift tribute show. It's called Let's Sing Taylor, an unofficial live tribute show. You've also got polka music at Cracovia with Vern and the Originals. They play at 4 o'clock every single day of the Wisconsin State Fair. That is one of my happy places to go enjoy that music. And there are a lot of tribute bands here at the Wisconsin State Fair. If you're a Parrot head, 1 o'clock tomorrow at Saz's on a summer day. It's called Banana Wind, a Buffett tribute. So there is so much music that you can dig into and enjoy that is absolutely free once you get into the park, that is included with your admission. And one more, I was talking about tribute bands. If you like the harder edge of things, there's a Metallica tribute band tomorrow night at 7:30 at the Rock and Roll Beer Garden. That is Master of Puppets, a tribute to Metallica. And if you just like to ease into your day, Bobby Way, 11:30 every day at the Tropic Stage. And I got the chance to have Bobby in yesterday. I don't know if you realize this. Bobby Way of Bobby Way and the Fabulous Wayouts has been performing at every single Wisconsin State Fair. Every single one, every single day since 1992. That is a 34-year streak. So it was fun to chat with him and see what's changed throughout the years and how he's evolved as a performer. And think about it. He knows hundreds of songs that make such a wide audience because you see all kinds of people here at the Wisconsin State Fair, from farmers to city folk to professionals to kids. You got to find music that makes people happy. So Bobby Way knows how to do that, obviously, for 34 years and counting. Somebody made the point he's now in his 35th year. So a wide variety of music for all tastes, or just stroll around the Expo Center and get your shop on. However you like to spend the Wisconsin State Fair, it is here for you. I am Sandy Max, and you know how when you leave the fair, you likely walk by a few police officers on horseback. I am going to talk with Mounted Police Sergeant Dan Nicholas. Find out more about the horses and their jobs here. Next on What's on Tap on
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Hey, it's WTMJ Steve Scafidi. We had so much fun in Mexico last February. My wife, Kathy Rose Gray, and I are going back again, and we want you to join us. This February, we're experiencing the Sea of Cortez, staying at the exceptional Dreams Los Cabos Suites Golf Resort and Spa, a resort that captures all the beauty and elegance of colonial Mexico with unlimited luxury. Everything is included. Best-in-class service, gourmet restaurants, top-shelf drinks, and endless activities. We fly nonstop from Milwaukee and spend 7 nights at this world-class resort. Off property, you can enjoy championship golf, whale watching excursions, I'm going to go on that, or a visit to San Jose del Cabo. Once again, we've teamed up with Fox World Travel's Rose Gray to join us, Steve and Kathy, and a bunch of listeners just like us, and handpick a destination and resort we know you'll love. Last year's Mexico trip sold out quickly. This one will too. Don't miss it. Call Fox World Travel at 866-GO-FOX-GO. That's 866-GO-FOX-GO right now. Come with us. Secure your spot today.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes won't slow us down. Allergies, high blood pressure, shoulder pain, cancer. Nothing will keep us from pushing Wisconsin ahead. Because with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, forward progress is what we stand for. That means always pushing and always innovating. With new technologies and breakthrough treatments that make life better, whether we're sick or well. It means providing more convenience and more ways to receive medical excellence for all your health needs, for big and small. It means being there for you, our family, caring for yours. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep testing the limits of what medicine can do. Let's push ahead and make life here as great as it can be. Visit Freighter.com to find out how.
Accident Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wicker, Chief Homebuyer Helper with Wisconsin's own Accident Mortgage. Nicer homes are still getting multiple offers over asking, and there's only one winner per listing. I want to help you be that winner, which is why I just increased the rock-solid pre-approval guarantee to $10,000. It's all about getting the seller to pick your offer over the others. So AccuNet is now guaranteeing in writing to pay the seller 10,000 American bucks if we can't make good on the terms of your fully verified rock-solid pre-approval. Banks don't do that. We're willing to stand behind our work and stand behind you with a $10,000 guarantee that sellers will definitely notice. Maybe you've been writing offers and losing, which feels terrible, or maybe you're just starting out. Either way, don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval and let someone else end up sleeping in your dream home. Give the seller 10,000 reasons to say yes to your offer with AccuNet's new $10,000 rock-solid seller guarantee. Get started with yours today at ACCUNET.com.
James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. JamesImaging.com.
Provide beddings, food, shelter, not just for people, but for their pets.
ABC's Alex Stone.
Hurricane warnings are now up for Hawaii County as Tropical Storm Lala continues churning closer to the Hawaiian Islands. It's now forecast to become a hurricane as it approaches a big island on Saturday. The exact timing and intensity are still uncertain, and much of it will depend on how close it tracks to the Hawaiian Islands. But still, heavy rain, strong wind, and rough surf are expected in Hawaii through the weekend.
In a New York courtroom, Luigi Mangione pleaded guilty today to 2 federal stalking charges and admitted to killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. He now faces up to life in federal prison. Mangione's defense attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, today said that Mangione still needs to fight the state charges.
Like the thousands of people who've reached out since this tragedy to share their own experiences, he believed that the system had failed him and destroyed his life.
The Army says it's temporarily grounding all Apache helicopter flights in the wake of Wednesday's fatal crash near Fort Hood in Texas that left 2 soldiers dead. Now an investigation. ABC News contributor and aviation analyst John Nance.
They'll be looking for whether or not this was engaged in a particular run. In other words, was it on a training mission or was it just flying from point A to point B? They'll be certainly looking for anything that indicates that there was a loss of control.
President Trump denying reports families of service members aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln are concerned for their loved ones' health.
That ship is moving right now, or very shortly, and it's being replaced with another very similar ship.
Has the deployment gone on too long?
No. Not nearly long enough.
You're listening to ABC News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
These days, heading back to school means more than pencils and notebooks. It means laptops, tablets, online accounts, and a lot of personal information moving across the internet. WebRoot Total Protection gives families powerful online defense tools with antivirus, VPN, cloud backup, identity protection, and more, helping keep your digital life secure throughout the school year and beyond. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 60% off today. That's webroot.com/radio for 60% off. Live a better digital life with WebRoot, because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
The judge in Alec Murdaugh's murder retrial is ordered to change a venue. Court Judge Deborah McClaskin agreed to move the trial out of Colleton County, where Murdaugh's wife and son were killed, but she didn't say where it would end up.
I'm going to reserve my ruling to the specific county in which this matter will be transferred. You know, let me tell y'all, it takes a village to get this case transferred.
Murdaugh's conviction was overturned in May by the state Supreme Court. According to new Commerce Department data, Americans unexpectedly cut their spending in July by the biggest drop since May of 2025. And a University of Michigan survey showed shoppers spent less at retailers last month than the month before. 2 schools in Santa Fe, New Mexico, placed on lockdown because of a bear threat.
A devastating drought across New Mexico and wildfires raging beyond the city limits have driven wildlife into population centers.
Over the last several days, we've had at least 4 to 5 reports involving bear activity.
Santa Fe Deputy Police Chief Lawrence Barnett says a bear was spotted Thursday near a pair of schools.
Both schools were placed in the shelter-in-place.
The bear was later shot with a tranquilizer, loaded onto a truck, and relocated outside of town. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
NASA confirms that a fireball seen over Washington state this morning was a meteor. They say it's not part of the current Perseus meteor shower. Dave Packer, ABC News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Don't miss out on the Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. Our entire showroom of heirloom quality furniture is on sale. Enjoy factory discounts on exceptional brands like Norwalk, Bradington Young, Hooker, and our Amish dining and bedroom collections. Create a sofa, chair, sectional, or recliner as unique as you are with our thousands of customizable upholstery options. For unbeatable savings on better quality furniture, shop the Labor Day sale now at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown. Do you love the simplicity and enduring quality of Scandinavian design? Then the Fjords Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture is for you. Fjords brings the best of modern Norwegian furniture design to your home. Save today on these ergonomic recliners, sofas, and sleeper sofas engineered with comfort and durability in mind. Available in a variety of shapes, sizes, leathers, and finishes to match any decor. Stop in today and save during our Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Save big money on ideal garage doors. Now at Menards. Replacing your garage door adds instant curb appeal and value to your home. It's the #1 home improvement project for return on investment. From traditional to modern styles, choose from our huge in-stock selection or design your own garage door in-store or on Menards.com. Plus, don't forget to view the weekly flyer and check out all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Point taken with Scafidi and Bride.
I want to go back to Francesca Hong for a second. I would still go watch her speech that she gave at her party last night, because I think that was the truest, most authentic form of who she is and what this campaign was.
I think she was blown up by past comments. Voters remember this stuff. And
apparently not, because Trump is president.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Weekdays from 10 to noon on WTMJ. And check out the weekly newsletter, Extra Points, by texting EXTRA to the talk and text line. Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now live from the Bank 59 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair, here's your host, Sandy Max.
Happy Friday. This is your bonus half hour of What's on Tap as we creep closer to Milwaukee Brewers baseball West Coast play. They face the LA Dodgers again this evening. Our game coverage will start at 8:35. I'm so glad you are with me, broadcasting live from the Bank 59 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair. I am in my happy place. It is summertime. People are strolling around on the Central Mall here with big smiles on their faces, and it really is just a gift of a summer night. It's beautiful. It's not too humid, and it's very nice. And I've been asking you on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620, what's something the fair made me do it? Maybe you did something adventurous. Maybe you did something silly. Maybe you did something meaningful. Maybe you proposed at the Wisconsin State Fair. But looking for those stories, and I got a fun one from the 414. World's largest line dance at Miller Pavilion in 1994 with Achy Breaky Heart. Wow, that's a memory. I didn't realize that we had broken a record here for that. And in the studio with me is a man who you might have seen riding a horse around the Wisconsin State Fair. I get to welcome to What's on Tap Mounted Patrol Sergeant Dan Nicholas. How are you?
Very fine. Thanks for having me.
I am glad that you are here. And when you hear the world's largest line dance at Miller Pavilion, 1994, does that make you think of anything?
Yes.
Any memories for you?
Yeah, I think I was there.
Were you?
Yeah. I kind of remember that.
Two-stepping?
I have a hard time two-stepping, but I'm there.
I am so grateful for you for hanging out with me. Thank you for stopping by. I do feel like if you ever leave the Wisconsin State Fair, especially in the evening, you wind up walking by police officers on horseback.
Yes.
And people of all ages are smitten by seeing the horses. Kids light up, and then I'll be one of those giddy gals who's leaving later in the evening and go, oh my gosh, look. Can I pet the horse?
Yes.
So I feel like this is part of the state fair culture. So I wanted to ask you about the phenomenon and the tradition of having the mounted patrol here. And also, we were just having a laugh. You heard about the dogs named Sex and Beer after the Pat McCurdy song. And that reminded you of two horses that are now part of the mounted patrol.
Yes, part of the Milwaukee Mounted Patrol. They have two horses donated by the Pabst family, and they've called them Barley and Hops.
So, see, I love that Wisconsin has a festive approach to this. So tell me about how long this tradition has been here to have a mounted patrol at Wisconsin State Fair.
Yeah, our patrol started in 1968.
Yeah.
They were initially just some volunteers that would patrol the fence line looking for kids jumping the fence.
Oh.
And it evolved from that to having officers on a mounted patrol. And then right now we do a lot of public relations. We do crowd control if need be. We escort the ambulance through here, or vans and stuff. So. And then we're also up high so people can see us and ask where the Cream Puff building is or something like that.
You get to serve and protect, it seems like.
Yes.
And I'm sure that you know where those things are. How long have you been a mounted police officer here at State Fair?
I've been a police officer here for 24 years, and I've been on the mounted unit for 5.
Wow. How do you become a mounted police officer? How do you become part of the mounted patrol?
Yeah, first of all, we apply for it and say, hey, we're interested in it. Then start taking lessons if you're not familiar with horses, and then work up your lesson plan. And if you can pass the test at the unit meeting, and then you're officially signed off to be on the patrol.
Why did you want to become on the mounted patrol?
Honestly, I was having a hard time walking. So I figured I'd let the horse do the walking.
I was just going to say, delegate that.
Yeah, and I always enjoyed horses. I've never really had much experience with them, but since I joined the mounted unit, I've got a lot of experience and training from it.
But I feel like you have to be motivated by more than not wanting to walk. You have to have a real love and interest in horses because you have a very special bond. But first, what's the name of your horse?
Ronan.
Ronan?
Yeah, he's my partner.
I was just going to say, but is Ronan part of your family?
Yeah, we own him. So he's our horse. Everybody here that has a horse, they own their own horses. So after the fair, they go back home with us and stuff. And Ronan works as a therapy horse at Milwaukee Urban Stables on his off days, yes.
Oh, well, I need to know more about Ronan's life when he's not at the fair. I am with Mounted Patrol Sergeant Dan Nicholas, and you will see him at the Wisconsin State Fair. Heck, you probably have seen him at the Wisconsin State Fair since you've been here on the Mounted Patrol for the past 5 years. And we're going to learn more about the horses that you see here and how to appropriately approach them if you are as smitten with them as I am. Stay with us here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Son, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And eat pizza.
Preferably a Marty's Pizza, right?
Well, yeah, we do everything we can to keep the prices low. We're a family-run business, and many of our employees have families. I want to make sure that as tight as it gets, a growing family can always afford to enjoy a Marty's Pizza.
Marty's Pizza in Delafield.
And martyspizza.net for easy online ordering.
Register online for Red Card Loyalty, and after 15 pizzas, you'll get your next one free!
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't
spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Now through August 26th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash September 3rd to the 16th. Right now, save $5 on the state lawn fertilizer, weed and feed, or winterizer. Rewards members save an extra $5. Plus, new and only at Blaine's, Ever Elm women's tees are on sale for just $9.99. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later, just like cash. Only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
And back live, the Bank 5-9 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair, and I am joined in the studio off his horse and in the radio booth, Mounted Patrol Sergeant Dan Nicholas. And Dan, you've been on the Mounted Patrol for 5 years now. Mm-hmm. What is it like? What's the normal reaction? I wouldn't say normal. What is the typical reaction that you get from fairgoers when you and your fellow officers are on horseback down Central Mall here?
I think initially it's a surprise that there's a couple big horses walking behind them. Sometimes they hear us and get surprised and jump out of the way, and other times they're focused on their phone or they're focused on where they're going and they don't realize we're standing behind them or walking behind them for a while.
That's saying something with the 2,000-pound animal breathing down your neck behind you.
Yeah, they just don't hear the clip-clop sometimes outside of the band noise. So
sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting to get different looks. Some people are afraid and some people are waving and they want to pet the horse right away and stuff like that.
Is that something that you and the officers encourage and welcome?
Yeah.
That interaction?
Interaction. The horses are trained pretty well to just kind of be relaxed, and people come up and pet them and stuff like that. And then, when it's time to work, we'll give them some signals to work. But other than that, they're really accustomed to being desensitized to all the noise and people and stuff.
That must be a heck of a training for a horse to get accustomed to. Think about all the different sounds and smells.
Yeah, a lot of the
visuals here.
A lot of the training we do is, with fire, smoke, flags, umbrellas, anything you'd see at the fair here, noise, music, popping sounds, plastic bags, anything we can throw at the horse that the horse sees at once and goes, okay, I'm not going to be hurt by it. And then the next time happens, they're like, oh, nothing, no big deal. And usually we'll do training with volunteers to be protesters and kind of get in our way so we can kind of work through the crowd or something like that.
Yeah, I would think you'd have to, manage that. But I also think it must be those unexpected things like, oh, no, it's just a huge overstuffed panda. It's nothing to be concerned about.
Yes. There was a big inflatable pig out here today, and one of our horses kept wanting to look at it and kept looking and kind of backing up and stuff. And once in a while, there'll be bubbles or something that'll come by, and 1 minute the horse is fine, and the next minute a plastic bag goes by, and the horse kind of thinks it's something, concrete piranha or something that's afraid of it. So
for the most part, though, in your experience over the past 5 years, when something does sort of catch the horse's eye, is it usually just a startle, or have you ever really had hold on, we're raising up here, like you think of an old Western, you know?
Yeah, it's more of a startle. And, we're able to, and if it would be a couple of times a newer horse might get startled and want to do something, we can control it, do an emergency stop and do some circles. That'll get its mind back to where we got to go.
So when did you first start riding horses?
Well, 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So you really can learn the skills.
Yeah, we do a lot of training. So it's, we've other people on the unit have been riding since they're little. So they got a lot of experience.
I have very little experience riding horseback. It's usually on vacation somewhere. Yes. And the one thing that I find with every horse is you get the reality that these are all beings with their own personalities.
Mm-hmm. And they have their own minds. And, they do come in tune with us. If we're nervous, they become nervous. So a lot of times we'll just have to take a deep breath, and that the connection that the horse has with us, they just kind of feel that. So if we're relaxed, then they start to relax more.
So you and Ronan have had a 5-year relationship now, and tell me about Ronan. What do you like about him?
I like him. He's just like a big puppy dog. He's great with the people out, with petting them and being interactive with them. When I do need him to work, he's a hard worker. He has no problem going through crowds or, having to pick up the pace sometimes. He's a bigger horse, so he doesn't like always to run or trot this, so to speak.
Well, neither do you, so you have that in common.
We have that in common, so But yeah, he's his favorite snack is an apple, so he loves his apples. He's always eating his hay, but he's been really good. He's been really working good at the therapy, and then comes to the fair and does a good job here.
How old is he?
He's 20.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected you to say.
Yes.
I didn't think he'd be
He's an older horse. He's
a
20.
fine man.
Yeah, they usually retire him at 20 or so, but that's full-time units, and we're part-time, so I think he'll be around for a little bit more.
Interesting that he would be certainly very experienced, and you would think much more calm, cool, and collected, and well trained.
Yeah.
So then, did you get Ronan already trained, or did you train with him?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
An officer had him before when he was on the unit here, and then that officer got another job at a different department and couldn't work here anymore. So he offered me to sell Ronan to me. So I got it from him, but he was already pretty well trained, and we just continued his training on from there.
You said Ronan's a big boy.
Yeah.
What? How many hands tall is he? What color is he?
He is 17.2 hands, and he's a typical brown Clydesdale with the white socks, the feathers, and the blaze nose.
Oh, that would be. He's definitely impressive then.
Yeah. He's about, I think, 1,600 pounds. But I took him up to the barn where the other bigger Clydesdales were, and actually he makes them look big, and he looks small next to some of those guys.
A little perspective there for Ronan.
Yeah.
Keep him humble. Keep him working hard.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Are there better breeds than others to be in police work for a horse?
Yeah, a lot of them, like the Milwaukee unit, they use Percherons, the bigger Percherons.
Another sturdy horse, yeah.
And a lot of times they'll use, like the Canadian mounted units use the Clydesdales more. And then we use a variety depending on what size. We try to get a bigger horse, minimum 15 hands. So we'll try to make sure that they're a little bit taller.
I grew up in Kentucky, so I don't know why I thought maybe some like leaner thoroughbred type horses would be.
We get some thoroughbreds. Sometimes they're a little bit of a hotter horse that aren't really comfortable.
I would say hotter, like skittish?
Not skittish, but
What's
just
hot?
ready to go. And they might not want to stand around. We do a lot of standing and letting people come up. So a lot of times those horses are like, no, I don't want to stand. I want to be moving.
Yeah, I want to
do a job.
Let's get some action.
Yeah.
And what's a normal shift to see the mounted police here? Is it rotating? Will they be here all day?
We're here all day. Yeah, we start at 9:30 and then we'll go to the end of the close. So, and then we rotate the horses. We'll go out for 2 hours, come back in for a little bit to feed them and stuff, give them a break, and then go back out. So we have 7 horses this year. So we kind of rotate. We're in groups of 2 or 3.
Mounted Patrol Sergeant Dan Nicholas giving us the interesting facts about the Mounted Patrol and the horses who are here at the Wisconsin State Fair, as you heard, all day long, all festival long. And next, we're going to get the tips on how to best approach a working horse, and maybe some of the stories you want to share that you've experienced on the Mounted Patrol over the past few years. Stay with us here on What's on Tap.
How do we keep our prices so low? That's easy. We've removed the middlemen. Yep, most landscape suppliers have a couple of them in there, and that's okay. But each one of those men in the middle means a higher cost for your mulch, decorative stone, flagstone, and boulders. Feel free to check around. For the quality of our products, you won't find better prices. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You know, most mulch is reclaimed from landfills, but Erickson's mulch is ground from whole trees. Yep, we process the mulch ourselves to keep the prices nice and low, and use only premium colorant so the beautiful look of new mulch lasts. At Erickson's, we never skimp, and that's why first-time shoppers become repeat customers. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
You might not think of Burkhart for corporate uniforms and other business apparel, but you should, because a lot of businesses do. And it's because most times we're cheaper than our competition on the same high-quality apparel choices that the other guys offer, plus Nike and Under Armour that the other guys can't get. So for businesses and corporations, if you want your employees to look great while representing your brand, and you want to get your apparel for less, you can't beat Burkhart, your business uniform specialists.
You can't beat Burkhart.
Get your final August plans in for Brewers Rangers Action Friday, August 28th through Sunday the 30th. Starting with the Cole Swindell postgame concert at Country Music Night on Friday, featuring a belt buckle with a special ticket. Then it's Jackson Churio Mania. Get the Churio Bowl giveaway Saturday, courtesy of 620 WTMJ. And get it on the Final Kids Cheer Free Sunday before summer ends. Kids get a Churio Height poster on Sunday, courtesy of Joy. Get tickets for it all at brewers.com.
This message reaches 1 million people or more every week. Spreading the gospel is more than one voice speaking to 1 million. It is and must continue to be 1 million voices, each speaking to one, pointing them to our friend Jesus.
The Lutheran Hour with Dr. Michael Ziegler.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
Vince Vitrano here. Wisconsin ranks near the bottom nationally in public arts funding. Milwaukee Ballet, MISO, Skylight Music Theater, and so many other organizations rely on our community support to keep the arts thriving. When we give to UPAF, we support performances, arts education, accessibility programs, and opportunities for the next generation of artists and audiences. Northwestern Mutual will match your new or increased gift of $1,200 or more. Give today at upaf.org.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. We are broadcasting live from the Bank 5-9 studio at the Wisconsin State Fair, and I am absolutely honored to be joined by Mounted Patrol Sergeant Dan Nicholas. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of a break to join me here in the studio. You are off horseback.
Temporarily, yes.
Where is Ronan, your Clydesdale, right now?
He's at our mounted barn getting some water and rest right now.
Okay, and then what's the rest of your evening tonight?
We'll get back on and we'll patrol into the fairgrounds here and help out wherever they need us.
And what's one of the amusing anecdotes from your past 5 years here on the Mounted Patrol at the fair? I have to think something happens at the fair that amuses you.
Yeah, we get a lot of people that come up and they'll want to pet the horse, and they'll come up and they go, can we pet? And I'll say, yeah, sure, go ahead. And then they'll pet my leg because I thought they were going to pet the horse. So I've been caught a few times on that, but I'll
always the jokesters in the crowd, huh?
It gets them a good laugh. I don't mind it.
How meaningful do you think it is, though, that people come up and do want to talk with you as a police officer and get literally in touch with the horses?
It's good. It's a good connection. It's a way for people who might not be too sure about police officers. They'll come up and they want to pet the horse, and they'll start petting the horse, and then they'll slowly start talking to us, and then just realize that we're just another human being sitting on top of a horse, and we're able to talk to us, and they really connect with the horse, and it really draws people to us.
What's one of the most charming reactions you've seen?
I think sometimes where the parents will come up with a child and they say, well, he's never been around a horse, and you'll see them come up and they'll be really slow and they'll just touch the horse, and then our horses will look over at them, and you can just see the connection between the horse and the child.
Yeah.
And the child's face lights up, and they've never seen a horse before that close.
What a great experience to build conversation and a police officer who's got empathy, who's going to take care of his partner, a 2,000-pound partner. And I love also, if you're nice, you can ask for trading cards.
Yes.
You have your own trading card with Ronan.
Yep, our horses have their own trading card with us on it.
These are great, fun little packets.
7 horses this year. So if you're out there, find the 7 horses and collect them all.
Yeah, and if you find Blue, his favorite horse treat is Sour Patch Kids.
Yes.
I did not expect that.
We used to have a horse hero that loved Doritos.
Oh my gosh. Yes. That is unexpected in the horse world to me. Mm-hmm. That is funny. And so when the horses are here, obviously they're working, they're serving and protecting. But what do these horses do in their off time? You mentioned Ronan does horse therapy?
Yeah, Ronan will be down at Urban Stables in Milwaukee as a therapy horse. So he works with PTSD people and special needs kids and stuff like that. So he's worked as a therapy horse down there now.
Wow, just the ability to pet Ronan, to ride him, and just...
Yeah, the people come down and they'll groom him, they'll walk him, pet him, just make a connection, and I guess they really see a difference between some people that come in that have that PTSD, and then they can connect with that horse, and you can just see the connection, the bond they get.
That's really meaningful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Ronan is doing good work, whether he's at the fair or not.
Yep, he's got double duty.
He's very established. What is the best advice you have, Dan, for somebody who wants to approach a horse? Because, I told you I'm one of those giddy gals. Sometimes late at night, I was like, oh my gosh, it's horses. And I might want to run up and squeal and throw my arms around a horse's neck. But I know that's probably not the best move.
Yeah,
what's the best way to come up and approach?
I guess at first...
while still being excited.
Don't come from the working end. So you don't want to approach a horse from the back. You always want to come from the front. And they, come slow, don't make big waving noises, and ask the officer, is it all right to pet your horse? In case we're busy doing work or something, we always want to, ask for that. So when you say, and the officer says yes, and go up and start petting them on the neck or whatever. Horses don't really see straight on, so don't come right from the front, kind of come to the side. And they can see pretty much all the way around them, except for straight in the back, too. But you never want to be behind the horse.
I think that's good advice all the way around. I don't think anybody ever really wants to be behind the horse.
No. It's not the favorite part of the horse.
No. Any other favorite parts, though, that you have of working with Ronan, since you have such a relationship with him, and he's your partner, but you also own him. He's part of your family.
Yeah, he's, we can go on trail rides with him and stuff when he's not working on the therapy, but he's been a gem. I can't complain anything about him. He's a great partner. He takes care of me. I take care of him.
He is Mounted Patrol Sergeant Dan Nicholas. When you see him here, give him a wave. Ask him for the trading cards. And thank you so much for sharing your story of you and Ronan and helping us understand just really what a great service that these horses and you officers do for us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. And thank you for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. In just minutes, we will join Milwaukee Brewers baseball coverage as the Brewers take on the LA Dodgers. And I am so glad you hung out with me. Make the most of the Wisconsin State Fair. wistatefair.com is the website to plan your visit, maybe even get your grand champion ribbon if you master the history trivia. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a great rest of your weekend. And thanks again for listening to What's on Tap.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Griffin's Hub. If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade